June sales numbers were bad. They were bad almost entirely across the board, very few exceptions.
That's our own Jamie Butters, speaking about the recent June sales figures. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to ANN. I'm Laura Harris. More on those sales numbers in a minute. But first, our lead story about a new EV training center. New Michigan development is coming. The state allocated $130 million for a new EV training center. The state appropriation will fund the construction of and programming for the center. It will be operated by the University of Michigan. The new center will allow the state to leverage the existing resources at U of M and will allow the state's other educational institutions to focus on the future of electric vehicle technology and workforce development. A U of M spokesperson says the state investment is critical to solidifying the leadership position of Michigan and the nation in the EV industry. June sales figures are low, despite customer demand being high. But plants can't make enough vehicles to supply dealers. And it all comes down to a few main reasons: supply chain problems throughout the industry, not enough chips, and labor shortages. These have been real challenges for automakers. Our executive editor, Jamie Butters, says they won't go away anytime soon. Yet automakers remain positive for the second half of the year.
I'm hearing a lot of optimistic sounds from executives. They're hopeful that things will get a little more back to normal, close to full production in the second half, but there's a lot of pent-up demand and there's not going to be a lot of inventory building up on dealers' lots.
The unpredictable nature of the global microchip shortage and other supply chain disruptions continue to put all automakers on edge. Now, we've told you about June sales figures, which showed an overall decline in sales, but those second quarter numbers also showed that GM has taken back its sales crown. GM outsold Toyota by more than 47,000 vehicles in the second quarter. GM held the sales crown for 9 decades before losing it to Toyota Motor North America last year. Now, overall, U.S. auto sales fell 25% in the second quarter for 10 automakers that reported as of press time. Sales continue to be a high point of interest, and with that brings a new sales reporting policy. GM is prohibiting dealers from selling a vehicle to a customer before it arrives to the store. Varying state laws, low inventory, and supply challenges created issues that related to pre-selling a vehicle after a dealer was invoiced, but before the customer received it. A memo from the automaker details that reporting a vehicle as sold triggers the start of more issues, like financing payments, warranties, and trials of services like OnStar or SiriusXM, sometimes months before the vehicle even reaches the customer. A GM spokesperson says the automaker has rolled out a variety of programs to protect customer pricing during the parts shortage. Now, we've all gotten used to work from home, or at least the ability to work hybrid, but some companies want workers to go back to the office. And that's exactly what CEO Elon Musk wants, as Tesla has begun tracking how often its employees show up at the office. This comes after Musk said he was no longer allowing widespread remote work. Business Insider recently reported that the automaker was sending emails to employees who had not regularly used their badge to enter a Tesla facility, reminding workers that all employees are expected to be back in the office full-time. Musk warned Tesla employees that they had to work in the office for a minimum of 40 hours a week or quit. Speaking of Musk, he recently broke his 10-day silence on Twitter after he met with Pope Francis at the Vatican last week. The Tesla CEO tweeted a picture of the pontiff meeting with him and his 4 sons. According to the Associated Press, Pope Francis often meets with corporate leaders to urge them to use their wealth and technology to aid the poor. That's all we have for today for Auto News Now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at AutoNewsTV and online at autonews.com for updates from our reporters all day, every day. I'm Laura Harris. Have a great night, and I'll see you next time.